Calls are growing for Absa to pay back the money. Well, this comes as Inkatha Freedom Party throws their weight behind the Public Protector's leaked preliminary report on alleged undue benefit the bank received from the apartheid government. Well, in a statement released, the party noted that although they view the timing of the leaked report as opportunity, it must also note that state coffers were looted during the transition and that there are many unanswered questions. It calls for a full audit of payments made by Treasury during the transition to democracy, and all those who unduly benefited should return those funds to state coffers.
At the outset, we want to say that the leak of the report is, of course, very unfortunate because it compromises the due processes which need to be followed by the Office of the Public Protector in such investigations. And whilst the matter may now be in the public domain, it cannot be condoned that the processes of the Public Protector are undermined by leaks, because then that speaks to the integrity of the office, and speaks to the integrity of the content of the report. But having said that, we do want to say as the IFP that the findings as alleged in the report are of a serious nature and of a serious concern, and ones which need to be investigated further. So we appreciate the fact that Absa will be making further representations to the Public Protector, and that there's an extension of the deadline.
Well, what makes the Absa road more interesting is the silence from various quarters. The political parties that spare no efforts in crying foul over scams much smaller in scale is silent on this issue. Anti-establishment groups like Say South Africa and South African Council of Churches that are vocal against graft are also nowhere to be heard. Even anti-graft NGOs like the Helen Suzman Foundation and Freedom Under Law that are seen running to the courts at every given chance have chosen to turn a blind eye to the scam of such massive proportions.
We sat and I looked at many media articles in the last weekend. It is one Mail and Guardian report that has insinuated and suggested on what has happened and not even brought the facts. But all media is quiet. So when you touch large consortiums such as Absa, people are afraid of their accounts being closed. So these are touchy subjects. Even reputable, organizations and media forums that you'd expect to speak are not speaking. So why the silence?
And it's not just the media. Also keeping mum on the entire saga are the protagonists, so who must answer for the missing billions? Now, firstly is Trevor Manuel, the then finance minister. He has said he was protecting the interest of the economy against any potential risk by not seeking to recover the money. Thabo Mbeki, the then president, says the decision to recover money rested not with him, but with the finance minister. Mboweni, the SARB governor who instituted a probe on the matter, was himself implicated in allegations of corruption involving SARB and Absa. Maria Ramos, former Director General of Treasury and CEO of Absa Group, has maintained studied silence on these allegations. And finally, the Rupert family, as the shareholders of the Sanlam Bancorp's chief shareholder at the time of bailout, should they not come clear on their role?
We cannot address those issues if people, those who looted, don't come up to the fore. People that are trusted in this country, like former President Thabo Mbeki, cannot come and speak openly to say this is how much was looted, or this was the investigation that was run by the Public Protector. It's only now that we find out that even former President sat under, the Public Protector, was investigated. The Public Protector gave him a conference and they had to speak. These are things that would never have come out. But why have our leaders been quiet for so long?
We don't accept the notion that Trevor Manuel is saying if you had asked Absa to have paid back this money, that would have collapsed the economy. When you are a household owner and you can't pay your debt, Absa does not think twice about repossessing your house. They just foreclose and you're dead. If you have a business and you owe Absa, they don't think twice. Why did he think twice when Absa never thinks twice about his own clients? What should have happened is that at least if there was that sensitivity, what should have happened is there should have been a payment period that maybe don't pay in a lump sum but pay over a period. But to completely just clean it off is actually criminal offense.
Well, as one wonders about absence of outrage against the missing billions, the media organizations too are looking the other way. The 2.3 billion rand that Absa owes the country far outdoes every other reported scandal in South Africa. In fact, if we put together the Tshwane prepaid meter scam, Prasa locomotive scam, the arms deal, Ngandla Row and FIFA bribery scam, the Absa bailout supersedes all of them put together in proportion. Well, despite that, one does not see headlines decrying the non-repayment of the apartheid-era lifeboat.
We sat and I looked at many media articles in the last weekend. It is one Mail and Guardian report that has insinuated and suggested on what has happened and not even brought the facts. But all media is quiet. So when you touch large consortiums such as Absa, you know, people are afraid of their accounts being closed. So these are touchy subjects. Even reputable, you know, organizations and media forums that you'd expect to speak are not speaking. So why the silence?
The case that we have lodged initially with the Office of the Public Protector is for the Office of the Public Protector to investigate an amount of 26 billion rand that was looted from the South African Reserve Bank and who left the institution by illegal means. We are not surprised by the silence from mainstream media houses in this country. If it was a black person implicated on the looting of so much money that amounts to 3.2 billion rand, we would be bombarded with headlines and headlines after each other. What is happening with the African National Congress, which is in office today, is scared of white people and is unable to call out what is the root of the problem in South Africa. This is money that should be used to address youth unemployment that affects black young people and access that is limited to young black individuals who want to go to university.